All right, everyone. If you got a question, go and raise your hand. Ava.
Scott, obviously a huge comeback for you guys, led by Russ despite the outcome. But what can you kind of say about what clicked for him there? I think it was starting in the second quarter.
Yeah, his will. I mean, he willed this comeback. We didn't have, for whatever reason, we were just giving up everything they wanted. And his intensity, his determination, his will put us in position. Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game. Obviously, could have gone either way. We've had a few of these now in the last few games. But back to back, I'm proud of our guys giving ourselves a chance to the way we started being down. I think one time we were down 18 points, and we could have just said, you know what, let's just wait till we get home. But we fought back and we made it a game, and we made some mistakes down the stretch that we probably could have won the game.
And you started Daniel Gafford in the second half. What were you looking for, either out of the defense or from him individually, that could kind of give you guys a lift there?
Oh, we needed a guy that was going to come in and make an impact. That's what I liked about it. He came in and made an impact, and the minutes are there. Whoever wants them, they're going to have to fight for them. They're going to have to perform. And I thought he gave us, and Rolo gave us good minutes. And next game maybe the other guys can have the opportunities, but the minutes are there. I thought he gave us good minutes that put us in a position to make a comeback and play better basketball in the second half.
Fred.
Hey, Scott. What did you see that was working so well for Russell tonight?
Well, the shot was falling, made his threes. We only hit 6 threes, and he had 3 of them. But we somehow still scored 124 points. He only had 7 free throws. It's mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling. He just has to keep attacking.
Neil.
Hey, Scott. First, what did you see on the last defensive possession when the Mavs got the 3?
Well, we made a mistake. We're up 2. We talked about it after the game. We got to learn from it. Rui made a mistake. We switched the pick and roll up top. Russell had him inside the 3. We're up 2. You don't give up a 3. But, it's one of those things we got to learn from. He'll learn from it. Rui's a terrific player, but we can't give up a wide open 3 or a late contest 3. We gotta know the score and do a better job. But like I said, he didn't do it on purpose. It's just we haven't been in those positions a lot, and we haven't practiced a lot. We haven't practiced at all in those situations in 3 months. But it's a tough break. But we're gonna have to learn from it, and we'll be in this position again because we're going to be down the stretch. Going to be some tough games.
And the final play, you guys drew it up for Brad. Any thought process on that over possibly getting Russell a shot?
Yeah, I thought, well, Brad had it going the last couple of possessions. I thought he had a chance to attack Luka's feet, and then he lost control. But he had a good look. That was a good look. I thought it was actually going in. It's it could have gone. It's a make or miss league, and it could have gone either way. But like I said, nothing to be ashamed of. We fought. We competed. We don't want to lose games, but you don't want to leave 48 minutes on the floor knowing that you didn't give your best. And I know in my heart, our guys, they gave their best shot, and we came up a point short.
Fred.
Yeah, Scott, I'm just curious. There have been a couple of late game situations now where Rui has made suboptimal decisions defensively. How do you guys handle that? You talk about how, it's a learning moment for him. What's the process of making that a learning moment and so it doesn't get lost? Like, what's tomorrow look like?
Well, he'll spend time on the flight. We'll probably show him the film, show him the clip. We probably already have. Corey, coach that works with him the most, we'll show him. But everybody needs to see it. And like I said, we got a lot of guys that are never been in these situations, and with the way that the season has gone and the lack of practice time, and it's hard to work on late game situations. You need time on the floor. Let's face it. You can watch as much film you want. I mean, that would make everybody an expert at it. But you need reps. I mean, you got to be able. You can't read it. You can't watch it. You got to feel it, and that's the thing that we haven't been able to do. But we're doing the best we can, but he'll bounce back. I mean, he didn't lose the game. Trust me. Game doesn't come down to one possession, but those are lessons that we have to get better at, and we all will, myself included.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, guys.
Go ahead, Fred.
Hey, Brad, can you just take us through that final offensive possession and maybe what you were trying to do before the ball trickled away?
First person I learned to say was Jesus Christ. I was trying to get downhill, and Luka was a play for me to. I mean, we've been doing it the last 3 minutes of the game, kind of picking them out and pick and rolls and getting downhill. He was in foul trouble late in the game. I think I actually played before that. He fouled me. I got 2 free throws, and that might have been his 5th foul or whatever. So the play was just to come off a DHO and attack downhill. I seen it was a little congested, so I mean, it defeated the purpose of going downhill. I tried to pull back and lost the ball a little bit, rolled the owl, and I still had a great look at it and just didn't make it.
And late down the stretch of the game, you were really getting into a groove, running around those curls on the right side. What was working well for you there?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of those we put Luka in it, so we were just attacking them, and Tim fouled me once or twice. Just trying to attack him. We know he's a great scorer, but we want to try to get him to move laterally, move his feet, and make him guard a little bit. We had some success with it for sure, but couldn't have been the last play that we had the success on.
Neil.
Hey, Brad. What is some of the feedback that officials are giving to you during the game? I'm just curious, because I know for previously you said, sometimes they say, yeah, we admit, we got it wrong, or what is that like during the games?
Same shit. It's every game. It's every game. And, you guys see me, I sit over there and watch the iPad and watch how I play and watch what's going on in the game. And granted, we can't go up to the refs and show them the fouls, but they go back at halftime and review them. In every single game, they come back and say the same thing. Oh, I missed 2 fouls. I missed that. You're right. You're absolutely right. You got fouled. You got hit. And it's mind-boggling to me because, we get texts. I got a text tonight for saying that's an and one. DB gets text. Russ gets text. We all get texts for voicing, what's actually happening in the game. And to me, I'm probably one of the most respectful players in the league when it comes to talking to refs. I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm always going to approach you in a respectful manner. So it's just, and on top of that, they know I'm not somebody who comes up to them and complains every single time. So when I do approach you, it's got to be a foul. It's got to be serious, So I don't know if they just, go in one ear and out the other, which kind of feels like, but I don't know what I got to do.
Thanks, Brad.
Ava.
Brad, Scott obviously said, we asked him about the last defensive possession, and he said, mistake, but game was nothing to be ashamed of. What's your kind of general takeaway on that point as well?
Should have lost the game. We should not have lost the game. We were down 18, played really good to come back. played really well the last couple minutes down the stretch and just had some mishaps. Even Ivan had a little mishap giving Luka a little wide open little pull up before the Dorian Finney-Smith three. So just gotta lock in and be better.
Christos.
Brad, what was the biggest lesson of tonight's game for you? And with you are 3 wins ahead of the Bulls and the Raptors. How important for you to build on that effort?
Oh, we have to. We got a team I think that's right in front of us on Monday. It'll be a really good game for us to get. We can't dwell on this. We got to just continue to move forward, get better, be confident in ourselves. Understand we still have a good chance of making a run, good chance of making some noise. So, we're right back to the drawing board tomorrow and ready to go on Monday.
All right, Brad. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey Russell, what's the tone after a game like that where you guys do fight back but end up just coming short?
Get ready for the next one.
Ava.
Russ, where were you able to find the holes in their defense, especially in I think in the second quarter you had 18 points there?
Just picking my spots. That's about it. Taking my time. Attacking and trying to attack downhill.
And we talked to Scott about the last defensive performance, and Rui mentioned that he's probably already seen the clip and everything. As someone who's definitely a mentor to him this season, do you say anything to him like that after this game, or do you wait till the next day or not mention it at all?
I haven't said nothing right now, but sometimes, he has to learn on his own. I can't walk him through every situation, so give him some time. He recalibrate and get ready for the next game.
How do you kind of process this one where it was such a hard fight to kind of get back and everyone was really involved and it just comes down to the final points?
Just move to the next one.
Anyone else? Neil.
Hey Russ, Brad was sharing with us that feedback from referees during games can sometimes be them just saying, "Yeah, sorry, we missed it." Is that the same kind of feedback that they're giving you during games?
I'm not sure.
All right, Russ.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Daniel, you got the start in the second half, I guess. Is there any adjustment that you make in that role, or is it you just go out and do the same things that you do well?
Really just go out and do the same thing, but at the same time, just really come out with as much energy as I possibly can. You got to try to set the tone coming out in the second half, really, pretty much because, the tone is already set in the first half, but, this is the NBA. So coming out in the second half, guys are always going to turn on that switch. If they have can't even talk. If they haven't had it turned on in the first half, they're for sure going to turn it on in the second half because, this is the league. That's what guys do. So just being able to come out with as much energy as I possibly can to be able to, withstand when they turn that switch on is just, the major thing with being successful with a team like this because, energy is contagious, and it's always going to carry out throughout the game.
Ava.
Daniel, what were you seeing in the first half from your guys' defense? They got really hot from three pretty early on.
I feel like we were kind of like overhelping at times. And it was at times where we kind of got, broken down on the defensive end just by them attacking the basket and us worrying about shooters. It was like one point in time where Kleber and Melly, they were in at the same time. And I don't know if we kind of like messed up on the matchup or anything, but I was on Kleber and Melly was, a bit just like standing around the arc and stuff. And I was just trying to make sure Kleber wasn't trying to, because he was already hot from three. I think he was like 6 for 7 at that point in time. And just really just trying to kind of like shut off his water. But we had to kind of like buckle down coming out of the second half because, we didn't want that to happen again throughout like the first part of the second half. Not at all.
And obviously they've got so many weapons. They've got Luka and everything. But what is it like trying to defend that ball movement? I mean, just watching on TV and watching in person, it's like pretty hard to keep track of.
Yeah, it's tough. It keeps the defense scrambling. If they're moving the ball like that, it's really hard to, I would say, stay in front of guys. Because, I mean, you're either helping off or you're either, in a situation to where you're getting screened, they move the ball, and then, boom, you're just basically in no man's land. But, I mean, as much as we were scrambling out there, we got in the face of most of their shooters. They just knocked down shots tonight.
Neil?
Hey, Daniel, just if you don't mind, can you run us through kind of what your day and last 24 hours have been like since, getting on the flight, landing in Dallas? Like, what time did you get to sleep? Did you guys have like a morning COVID test that you had to take? Did you try and like get in a nap since you guys probably didn't get that much sleep? What is that all like?
I mean, it's tough, especially coming off a back-to-back while you're on the road. Because, we're always in different time zones or certain things like that. So, I mean, we got in around maybe say like 1:30 last night. Well, this morning. I got to sleep around maybe like 2-ish, and it just going through that process, we had to wake up, we had to get tested. Then boom, I get back to my room, I kind of chill out for a bit, try not to fall asleep because we got film, certain things like that. And then we go down, we watch film, we get our game plan together. And then we got the rest of the time to ourselves until we get ready to get on to the bus. And so I try to get as much sleep in as I possibly can before, I have to get on my bus time. But, I mean, the process is really tough. You really have to buckle down and take the responsibility to actually sit back and relax and get the rest that you need to be able to come out and play like you want to play, especially on a back-to-back like this, because we played in Cleveland, got here at 1 o'clock in the morning, and, it's kind of tough going back to sleep, getting off of a flight, and then, boom, you're in a hotel room that fast.
Thanks, Daniel.
All right, Daniel. Appreciate you.
That's everything? All right, cool.
Yep, you're good. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see everyone Monday.